everyone, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. My name is Casey. So, on today's video, we are cleaning up the chicken coop area after the storm that we just had. Everyone's healthy, happy, alive, and counted for. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm getting in new wood chips, evening out the old ones. They got new food, and we got some PDZ also. So, let's head over to the chicken coop and get it start cleaning up.
I'm coming home.
All right, y'all, we're over in the chicken coop area. I get my stuff over. And remember, I told you we were putting up a fence. Well, we did. We put up a fence all the way around. Let me see if I can back up so you can see it. Yep, it's the same kind of fence as we had at the farm. It's around the chicken coop area. And one thing I want to ask y'all's opinion on is I'm going to start naming this area. Now, I'm going to get a little sign because these are the Williams right here. Andy Williams and his girls, and then, of course, his son, Bailey. And then the Jacksons, Michael and his girls. But what should I call this chicken coop area? Put your comments down below, and I'm going to choose it on a live. I'm going to do a little drawing thing on a live and pick, like, I thought about, like, Cluckville, all that kind of stuff. So put your comments down below, and let's see which one I decide to get. I'm gonna get a big sign made and everything. So let me finish unloading all of the food and stuff, and then we'll get back and talk about what I'm gonna do inside of the chicken coop areas, because I am going to kind of scrape out some of the really poopy ammonia smelling stuff. And there's a wasp. And I'm gonna put down some PDZ and then fresh straw. But I am gonna let Andy and the girls come out today, so you'll get to see that. So let me go and unload all the food. Alrighty, so first is the Williams. Hi everyone. We're gonna let them out. I'm going to rake around all the older ones. Now, if you remember, I talked about it in another video, how I left it in the coop at the farm because it helped insulate the floor. Now, the reason I'm not really doing that here is because their coop here is a lot smaller, like almost a 20th smaller. And once you start smelling that ammonia smell, you are really putting your chickens in harm's way for respiratory issues. So what I'm going to do is the straw that's inside of the coop, I'm going to rake it out. I'm going to evenly put it down here because it will soak up even more of the water. And then I'm going to put some PDZ, which is a stall freshener. And then I'm going to put fresh wood chips on top, especially in their area, just so everyone has a nice kind of fresh flooring to be on. Now, I'll probably give them some more food, and then we're going to do some fresh water. And then I'm thinking, can't decide if I want to put, I think we're going to keep both of these on. They get some sun, but we had put these on originally to block rain, so that when it was raining, they still could come out. And then I was saying I was going to take off the white to give them more sun, but my chickens are bougie. They don't really like a lot of sun, and when they do, they have this front area that they come lay by the corners and dust bath. So let me go ahead and let's let them out, and let me start raking. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Hi, Anns. Come on, Bells. Boo, 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 boo.
on top of here. All right, guys, here you go. Oh, I might have put just gushing out too much. I can't tell. I think it is. Give up on this.
All right, so they are done. One thing that I have noticed is these nesting box little bottoms, hay, bedding, whatever you want to call it. Last them, if we don't get a lot of rain, last them about 1 or 2 weeks. And they are now starting to actually lay in the nesting box when I put this in there. And let me tell you, the last time that I did a tour, let's come in here together. Last time, see how clean and nice it is now? Last time I did a tour, we were doing, I had the poop hammock underneath there. That scared my chickens to death. They did not like it. They didn't go in at night. It was so hard to get it, and they wouldn't lay underneath it. So I took that out. You see? And now it's just that. So now I just have to like change the straw and stuff, you know, more often. But listen, that's okay. We talked about on one of our podcasts, the cost of running homestead. And that's just the cost of having chickens, is making sure that their coop is nice and clean and they have nice bedding, good water, food, a place to lay eggs. Because really, the Williams in here, their eggs I'm going to be selling. So when I sell, if it comes out to an even balance of what I buy for their food and their bedding and stuff, then we're A-okay. Now we're going to go over and do the Jacksons. And the Jacksons are my meat bird, baby mama and baby daddies. And same kind of thing with them. If selling their eggs, their hatching eggs, selling whole chickens, selling pullets equals out to what I spend, then I'm good. I'm really not looking to get rich, die trying kind of thing. I'm as long as my people pay for themselves, they stay on the payroll, then they good. And y'all, this is actually where I'm going to have the meat bird coop. And I've decided I'm only doing 15 at a time because I'm not really selling this year at any of the farmers markets. I am going to be selling eggs and I'm going to be selling hatching eggs. But meat-wise, this year I'm just doing 2 batches of 15, and that's just for us, the stuff that we lost in our freezer fiasco. So let me go ahead and get the Jacksons one done, and then we'll sit and talk about all the money that I spend on chickens and how I kind of work it out to make it even, make it worth having backyard chickens. Alrighty, so theirs is done here now, and I don't really spread it out as much because they're going to do all of the spreading. But Mom, what do you think? Have you noticed the difference since we started putting fresh wood chips down?
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
But the smell, we don't. I was about to say.
Smells 10 times better, and
Yeah.
it looks 10 times better. And they're just more energetic.
But we've also noticed that ever since we've started kind of packing on the wood chips, it doesn't get as nasty and soggy after it rains.
Yeah.
Because it was a bad rain last night. By the time you see this video, it would have been a little bit longer than that. But it wasn't as bad because we've been doing wood chips every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And of course, once we go into the summer and it's not as wet, we won't have to do it as much. But I've noticed kind of theirs, this front right here, blows the rain in. So this gets a lot more wet than the Jackson's. The Jackson's like corner gets wet there. So like I said, I wanted to talk about how much we spend on the chickens and how much we expect to make back. Because one thing that I learned from my dear friends Monica and Eric over at Bland's Promised Land Ranch is all of your animals, your garden, fruit, cheese, everything needs to be on the payroll. So if it's not paying you back and if it's not getting your ROI back to a positive or a zero number, then it's not worth having that thing on your homestead. So with the Williams, which is Andy right there, his son Bailey right there, and then all the girlfriends, all the sister wives, they're the Williams. They're our egg layers. So I will be starting in May selling their eggs, but I also will sell a farm blend or farm mix chick. And I will also sell their eggs as hatching eggs. So that is a way for them to make their money back, because things that we spend money on for them, we spend money on their food. They, I've noticed, go through probably a bag of food, a 50-pound bag of food a month, which is about 20 bucks. See what else? They're wood chips. We've noticed that we've done, be giving something, y'all.
You put that in there. Thank you.
You see, she's very bossy today. The sun's come out and she just feels too good. Oh, it's nap time for everybody. We've noticed that we've gone through about 2 of the bag of the premium shaved wood chips. From Tractor Supply, and they're about $8 a piece, so that's 16. So we're at $36. Now, depending on the season, winter we get corn, summer we don't get corn. We do more of like treat-wise stuff, and the treat-wise stuff is stuff from the garden, or I'm going to be doing a video that y'all will see again for Grub Terra. My chickens love Grub Terra. Now, the Jacksons have not had Grub Terra, so you'll want to definitely look out for that video. Check it out. They're going to absolutely love it. But I roughly say between treats, the food, the wood chips, and the nesting box stuff, we spend probably $50 a month. So with that being said, if they can make me back $50 a month, which is about $13 a week on eggs, then they're good. They bring me back to a zero, they're worth it, because I'm getting farm fresh, healthy eggs. They're paying themselves. They're on the payroll. Now going over to the Jacksons. Jacksons are my American breasts. So I hatched them last year while we were still at the old farm. And the American breast chickens are the new kind of, let me get back to where I'm in the sun, are the new like dual purpose bird right now in the homesteading community. We're raising them not only for meat, but we're also selling hatching eggs, we're selling pullets, and we're selling breeding pairs. Are the 3 things besides meat that we're gonna do. Now, I'm not gonna do meat. Again, I said that earlier in the video. I'm not doing meat this year to sell, but I am doing everything else. The hatching eggs, the pullets, and the breeding pairs. And they're kind of roughly the same kind of thing. $50 is what we spend on them. And now, give or take, I could be a little bit more over-exaggerative, and it could be closer to 40. But that's how much we spend. I want to say, yeah, because we normally spend about $100 a month on everything chickens. We do it once a month. So if they can make me my $50 a month, which will be very easy, because if I sell a dozen eggs, they're $50 of the hatching American breast eggs. then we're good, we're even. And then we also know that we're raising good meat for our family because we are going to be raising eggs that we incubate from them for meat each year. And we have a local processor. So really, I'm going to want to make sure that I count that into the budget. Now we're eating farm fresh chicken, so I kind of tilt the money down a little bit for that because, listen, could you go to Walmart and get a cheap $6 whole chicken? Yeah, you probably can, but you don't know how it was raised. You don't know where it was raised and what they ate. So I'm giving myself a win-win on that. So this is the chicken area. And now we have the fencing. So y'all, I ask you again, what do you think we should call this area? I'm thinking like Cluckville, Eggtown. I don't know. Leave it down in the comment section below. And then on one of my lives, we will do a spin and we will choose the name and get a wooden sign printed out to go over here. So y'all, thank you so much for tuning into this video of checking in with the chickens and giving them some new bedding and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed it, I hope you are giving us a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already and press the bell icon, because YouTube will notify you anytime that new content drops to the channel. And you can also follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram and Threads, all at Ormsby Farms, and me and the chickens. Oh, and Mom. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all. Be blessed.
I'm coming home.